Okay. So we are thinking that the review should be a presentation, a slide presentation, not a don't take us through your Miro boards. No, you structure a slide presentation of 15 minutes. Yeah, each group structure a slide presentation of 15 minutes. Okay, and leave 10 or 15 minutes for the discussion later with whoever is seeing your work. Yeah, we are going to try and mix us so that you are also getting an external kind of a feedback, and we are seeing new things as well. Okay, so again, a 15-minute slide presentation with a 15-minute discussion later on. And we were thinking that imagine that you are actually presenting to, like how Arijit told us, to investors, okay, or to investigators. Yeah, so imagine that you are actually speaking to external people who have the interests, good interests of your neighborhood, who want to understand the challenges of the neighborhood and also want to be in a position to make change in the neighborhood. Yeah, so we will be those people for you guys. Yeah, 15-minute short, 15-minute presentation. Structure it. Remember again, structure it in such a way that you are able to take us to the neighborhood from its larger context, its middle relationship, and come to your delineated neighborhood. Okay, don't miss out the middle relationship. Okay, don't, I mean, there is a map of the city and the neighborhood is located over here, but between the map of the city and the neighborhood location, there is something else that is happening. And in each of these neighborhoods, try to identify what that in between is. Okay, the condition of the neighborhood surroundings, whatever it is. Maybe there is an ecological feature somewhere, maybe that impacts your neighborhood, maybe there is a response to the river, maybe there is a in some cases there's a national park, in some cases it was a wasteland of industries, etc., etc. So bring us from the city to the delineated neighborhood. That is first part. Second part is take us through the nuanced details of your neighborhood. And this has to be done very intelligently. You don't have the time to take us through every sort of quarter of your neighborhood and every little detail. So if you're going to do that, you create your slides with intensity. We are all architects and we are all investors and investigators. We all are trained to look at information very quickly. Okay, so when you are presenting, the slide has to have intensity, and you only speak that which you want us to pay attention to. Okay, remember, 15 minutes is not a long time, so this is also for us to train ourselves to create a kind of a presentation. Okay, and the last small part, okay, which is going to be a big part in the next stage, is give us a sense of some propositional positions that you might have already identified vis-a-vis your neighborhood. I'm saying give us a sense of your propositional positions, which means a broad kind of direction, some kind of ideas that you are thinking about in terms of its propositions. Okay, and end with a short note about your neighborhood and its propositions. And we were thinking 100-word note, but then we thought maybe a small A4 you end with. Okay, a small A4 where you write about the neighborhood and about its future. Yeah. So this is how we want you guys to structure that presentation. Shall I repeat it again?
Yeah, I think it'll be good, Shirish, if you could.
Okay, I will repeat it again. First part is the identification of your neighborhood from the larger city to the specific delineated site, not missing the in between. That's the first part. Second part is a nuanced understanding of your neighborhood. Okay, that's the second part. Yeah, remembering that you are now presenting in a short period of time, so your slides have to have intensity and information on it. Okay, use annotations, use drawings creatively so that we can get into quickly. And third part of your presentation is which we are saying is a smaller part right now, is your sort of propositional ambition that you have identified for your neighborhood at this stage, with ideas of projects that are possible. Okay, that's the third part. And the last, you end the presentation with a one-page note. Yeah. Is this okay? Does that help? Very simple.
Yes.
Yeah, this is the structure of the presentation. Each group will prepare a presentation like this in this structure form. We are not going to give you any formats or anything like that. That is entirely for the group to decide. Yeah, but remember, you are presenting to people who are also architects and who have a fair amount of understanding of how scale and things are perceived. So yeah, and we have some good time in having conversations about your neighborhoods. Is that okay? I'm going to quickly download the attendance. I've done it.
Just to add to that, the students
Yeah.
have to be careful that the second part, the lenses or the layers that they would be looking at are actually being dictated by the third part, right? By the
Yes.
question. Like the same neighborhood could be dealt with in many ways. It could be studied in many different, ways. But the third part is what is dictating the second part. Even though we've asked for it as a third thing, it doesn't mean that you think about it later. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's
in many ways, Sandeep, it's already happening. Okay,
Yeah,
it's already happening. See, I think that once they put this together, they will be able to actually see what those relationships can be. And that is, I think, the first discussion that we have after the review in our studio groups is going to be exactly that. Because in the next stage, we have to actually also in many ways teach them how to sit across a kind of a plan on a table in this remote way, and bring propositional ideas on paper, okay, and as a master plan, so
Yeah.
so that's why we are doing this third part of your sort of presentation, that you begin thinking. All the groups are already thinking about it. Yeah, it's a question of now starting to put it, and it's in the initial stages. TK, it will refine itself. It will have its own ups and downs. Yeah. Okay, so this is our sort of plan for AD on Monday. Next Monday is when we are going to have this review. Yeah. In UD, in your urban design group, we can continue looking at building the neighborhood or building the report for this neighborhood. Yeah, some of the things that you are writing over here will be very useful when you are thinking about your reports in the UD course as well. But that is a process which is going to be much more sort of elaborate and detailed, because it has that kind of time. Yeah, this is going to sort of be. We are now going to get into the propositional stage from the next week onwards. Okay. Any other comments or observations from any other teachers that we should give them now? Okay. All right. Next Monday, review. We'll tell you who's in which group. Yeah. We'll tell you that. Okay. Sandeep, we can discuss this on our WhatsApp group. Is it?
Sure.
Yeah. We'll do it on the WhatsApp group, so everybody is in the loop.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
And if the students have any questions or any doubts, they can quickly ask.
Yeah. Any entertaining anecdotes also, we are open to listening. Any strange encounters with animals or with other humans, or are also fun to listen to. Okay. Also, I mean, the strangeness of working together in the virtual space will have its own anecdotes maybe. Mohit, you want to say something?
I mean, I'm not a ground reporter, so I haven't had any encounters.
You're not a ground reporter, yeah. Maybe
Athira
Athira.
might have.
Athira might have had some. Athira might have some things to tell us about how the investigators are treating the reporters. You know, because Athira, are they treating you well?
We're sending
Yeah.
her on hikes.
Encounters with the elephants.
Huh?
Or her encounters with the elephants, both real and virtual.
But Athira, you can very well tell them that I'll go only if you deposit 600 rupees in my account. Huh? Like you can say that. You can say that, I'll go everywhere. Okay. I need every trip, I need 500 rupees. This is all recorded. Shit, all of this is recorded. You can do that, na? You can. I'm joking. But Athira, are you okay? 1% reporters. Those who are 1% reporters. Actually.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, to go to like, since we have like in the Coimbatore part, we have like a really large extent that we have taken. So to go to a lot of those areas, it's a little difficult because I'll have to take the car and it might not always be free to go at that time. And some of them have become like containment zones, so I can't access all of them. But yeah, like the ones I can access are those are going well. And some people are like open to like telling. Some people are a little closed off and not so interested in talking about how COVID is impacting and all that. So yeah, it's a mix of things. Yeah.
It's a mix of things. Okay, good. But Mohit, you guys have to provide her entertainment at least to keep her going. Yeah, I'm sure you guys are. Shreyansh and you are doing your dutiful entertainment, right? Mohit, say something.
Yeah, we're a fun group. Yeah.
Okay, bus. That's all.
Athira did have an encounter with some army person who was not ready to say anything. She can talk about that.
Yeah, I mean, I asked my friend, like a school friend, like I knew that her dad used to work in the military, and I gave her a set of base questions if she wasn't comfortable in talking to me. And she said she would get like answers and stuff. Then after a few days, there's no reply only, and then I was like, what happened? And then she's like, sorry, my dad said we can't disclose anything. So that was just
we're wondering if they fudged the Google map also of that area because it's completely
it's possible.
Yeah, it's a very shady situation.
Yeah, it's very strange.
And we started just making up stories. It might be a Stranger Things wala situation where they are hiding a creature over there and they don't want to tell us.
And then there's these cylindrical containers like all around the place, like on the maps.
Yeah,
silos.
Quite possible. It's quite possible that the quarry actually was there because they were removing the relics of a of a mummy or something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay, sorry, Karan, you were saying something.
No, sorry. So actually, just through an anecdote, I want to sort of bring up a sort of area of concern, not concern specifically, but just just something that I thought about whilst I was there. So, like last Saturday, I went on a site visit with Komal and Vidisha, because right now I'm here in Kolkata, right? So, a part of their site was basically an informal settlement and a very old government housing colony, and it passes through a canal, and the canal is basically a garbage dump yard. So and also there is the main city dump yard is also not far. So on the whole, it is I mean, you can feel the toxicity in the air. I was a little reluctant to sort of enter the informal settlement or to enter the government housing colony, but Vidisha and Komal were quite fearless about it. They are like, "Kuch nahi hoga, nothing will happen." So, and then they were also having the discussions standing right next to the garbage filled canal. And I told them, दूर जाके डिस्कशन करते हैं, यहाँ पे रहेंगे सारे तो बीमार पड़ जाएंगे. So I'm just saying that it might be a bit, I mean, it might help to be a little fearful when it comes to ground reporting, and not assume that everything will be safe and everything will be that everything will work in your favor. So being a little cautious might help. On the whole, is what I feel. Because you never know, there might be people who might be unruly, who might be unfriendly, or there might be physical environments which might actually be toxic. So I'm just saying that thoda sa cautious. I don't know. Like I understand that they are like early 20s, so they are more adventurous. But I don't know. I mean, I was a little fearful when it came to certain neighborhoods. So I'm just saying that.
Karan, if you ever interact with Paul will say we will all do it together and we will do it with protection. You know.
Right.
You would. And it's a little bit like that. I know what you're saying. There has to. We are all also simultaneously. For the students especially, we are also learning to understand what our environments are and what are the kind of limits of our environment, you know, as in an individual and our outer environment. And you're right, very often as students, and some of us still continue to do it, but we tend to think that you take the first step and then you back. You know, that backing is very important. Okay, but I always feel that the first step you have to take, you know, otherwise you will never encounter, you know. So that's something which I know Vidisha and Komal very well. Can I see you guys, Vidisha and Komal? Because we have worked with them before.
We
And both of them are actually people who will take the first step fearlessly. Yeah. And but what Karan is saying is that take the first step and remember that you can always back also. Yeah. But my suggestion is take the first step. I'm sorry, this is all recorded, but my suggestion is take the first step. But he's right. You have to be cautious as well. In our group in Borivali, the group has been a little bit more careful, considering that informal settlements have a particular nature of the environment. It's not that they are unsafe, but there is a sense of privacy that you're infringing. You know, you're entering into literally somebody else's home. Okay, and it's best to enter by making friends, and that's also possible. You know, you can. Language plays an important role. Both of you speak Bengali. So you have that advantage, which is actually, I'm finding that as a very interesting thing about this studio, is that that the reporters are all speaking local languages. If we had entered to a place like Coimbatore and done a studio there, we would be relying entirely on Athira, all 80 of us. Okay, so like it would have been quite a difficult task, you know. And in Tamil Nadu, I know that language plays such an important role, you know. Access is through language and things like that. So these are just some of the ways in which we are learning as well. But yeah.
Shirish, but I think it's important because it's also being recorded. It's important to kind of put forth that disclaimer of the studio.
Yeah. ठीक है. मैं disclaimer रखता हूँ सामने.
हाँ.
मैं disclaimer रखता हूँ कि I'm saying that know your limits. Yeah.
Yeah, we will never in any way as faculty members push you to kind of put yourself in danger, and that's not what we expect you to do. So, and we treat you as adults, you know, like we know that you're responsible, you know, people who can judge a situation and then act accordingly. And especially in this time of the pandemic, be very, very careful. You know? So safety is not about people anymore. Safety is actually about the air that we breathe in, you know, it's about other things as well. So be careful about it. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thanks,
any other comments? Then we should stop. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much. See you guys. Some of us will see you on Wednesdays. Bye.
Bye bye. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.